friends, and welcome back to my channel. Today I want to talk to you all about what I would do if I was starting over my business with 0 followers on any platform. Let me guess, you've started your first business, you've made a few posts here and there, and you're wondering, why isn't anyone buying? Well, friend, all too often I see people trying to spread themselves too thin across multiple platforms and they don't gain any traction. So today I want to talk to you a little bit about the strategy behind that, because trust me, I've been there. Back in 2018, I started my very first business right here. And at that point in time, I had 0 experience as an entrepreneur. I was literally just making it up as I went along. And so here are a few key things that I've learned along the way. As a small business owner, the first thing I want you to do is pick one platform. This could be Instagram, it could be TikTok, it could be YouTube, it could be Facebook. But you want to figure out which platform your ideal audience is going to be hanging out on, and then start to focus on growing traction and creating a plan for that platform. I definitely think it's okay to have multiple profiles on different platforms. However, we want to focus our strategy on growing on one platform at a time. And so in order to know which platform is going to be best for our audience, we have to get super specific. So tip number 2 is to figure out who it is you're trying to help. And we can think of this person as our ideal client. If you want me to do a separate video explaining how to figure out who your ideal client is, just let me know in the comments and I'm happy to put that together. I encourage you to really think about who this person is, where they spend their time, and how they're showing up online. Because when we're thinking about the platform we want to be addressing them on, we want to make sure that they're actually spending their time there. So once we know who we're trying to help, where they're hanging out, we can move on to step number 3, which is to determine what their problem is. In order to effectively offer a product or a service to an individual, we need to know what the problem is so that we can figure out what our solution is. So step number 4 is to determine your solution to this person's problem. This one is the most important, because when we're entrepreneurs, we're small business owners, we're just starting out, we think that the more solutions we can offer, the larger the net we're going to cast and the larger the pool of people is that we're going to receive feedback from or gain traction with. But the reality is this just is not true, because we can never be seen as an expert if we are talking about this thing and that other thing over there, and how we are the jack of all trades and we can do it all. People want to go to an expert for the solution to their problem. So if we know who we're talking to, we know where they're hanging out, we know what their problem is, we can get super specific about what our unique solution is to their problem. So once I figured all of that out, I would move on to step number 5, which is to brainstorm every single way that I could deliver this solution to those people. And then once I figured that out, I'm going to continuously post that solution on the specific platform that I have determined is the best option for me right now. Again, that's not to say I'm going to be stuck on this platform forever. It's simply saying that we're picking one place to offer that single solution over and over and over again. So as I'm doing this and I'm starting to gain traction, I would also be focusing on gathering a list of creators and brands that are in a similar niche as me. And I want to do this so that I can start to brainstorm different ways that I would be able to collaborate with these people and utilize their audience for a little bit of leverage in my own pursuits. So this could look like pitching to guest on someone's podcast. You could offer to guest write a post for their blog. You could suggest that you collaborate on an Instagram Live. Most importantly, you want to be brainstorming ways in which you can add value to their audience. We're not looking for a free ride here. That's not the point. We want to think about how we are the expert in that one single solution and how sharing that solution with these other creators' audiences is going to benefit their audience in the long run. It's all about giving value. And so something some of you might not know is that I actually used to host a podcast for about 5 years called Adulting 101. And in that time period, I was pitched so often for people to come on and speak to my audience. And it was very clear to me that they had never listened to a single episode. I would either be receiving pitches from people who did not fit the demographic I was trying to reach, or I would receive pitches from people who were very clearly just trying to leverage my platform for their own gain. And while I understand the purpose of collaboration is utilizing someone else's audience to our own benefit, it has to be a mutually beneficial relationship. And so if I can very clearly tell that you only want to come on my podcast for your own clout, it's going to be a no from me. So when you're pitching yourself to these other creators, these other brands, you always want to make sure you're coming from a place of this is who I am, This is my expertise, and this is why it's going to be of benefit to you to have me come and speak or write or collaborate with you on a live video. The key here is to be genuine and to show up from a place of service. And I'm happy to help you with your pitch. Again, I can always do a full-length video on that. Just let me know in the comments if that's of interest to you. So let's just quickly bring it together and recap what I would do to grow my business if I was starting again with 0 followers on any platform. First, I would build my authority by having a single solution to a single problem. Second, I would talk about that solution all the time. Third, I would leverage my network. And fourth, I would continuously show up. It's time for you to start using your social media to grow your business and make that money. If you're interested in learning more, join my email list, link below, and I'll see you in the next video.